Okay, let's look at one more example of this. Again, leaving yourself some room here. We're going to write some factors in the front and the back. And before I can see what I have in common in my denominators, I need to factor my denominators. So this one will simply need a GCF of 2 and leave me with an x minus 1. This one needs to be factored using our quadratic factoring, x minus 1 and x minus 3. And now I can see that these have an x minus 1 in common. You can't tell until everything is factored. I have a 2 here and an x minus 3 there. So my LCD is going to be the thing they have in common, x minus 1, and then the things that they don't have in common, x minus 3 and a 2. So in order to create this LCD here, what I need to do is bring in what I don't already have, which is the x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply by x minus 3 over x minus 3. And then for the second one, again looking here, what I'm missing is this 2, so I need to multiply by a 2 over 2. And now let's keep going. Let's go ahead and write all of this on another line where I kind of combine everything together. I'm going to use this form of my denominator, so the x minus 3 times the 2 times the x minus 1. And in my numerator, I will have x minus 3 times x plus 2. I'll divide that by a 2, an x minus 1, and an x minus 3. Then I'm going to subtract a 2 times a negative 2x minus 1, and that's all over my factored form with my LCD. I have 2x minus 1 and x minus 3. And now I need to just keep going. So I am going to go ahead and now combine all of this, but as I do that, I want to go ahead and start getting rid of all of the parentheses so that I can combine some like terms as my step after this. So we are going to use several steps to simplify this. If you need to, draw your little arrows here to help you along, but we will have an x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. That's when I multiply each of these terms times each of these terms. And then I'm going to have minus, and that's this minus right here, the actual subtraction of the two pieces. And then I want to go ahead and distribute this 2 to each of these. So I'm going to have a negative 4x and a minus 2. But there is a negative sign out here in front of the whole thing. So I will need to take care of that as I continue simplifying. The bottom is continuing to come along for the ride because it's already factored and simplified. Let's keep going here. I can combine the negative 3x and the 2x. So I'll have x squared minus x minus 6. And then I'm going to distribute the negative sign to each of these terms, which will leave me with a plus 4x and a plus 2. This whole thing is continuing to be over our LCD denominator. And I need to keep simplifying because now I can combine some more like terms. So x squared, I see a negative x and a 4x will be plus 3x. Negative 6 plus 2 is a minus 4. After this, I need to factor the top now that I've got everything expanded, like terms combined. Now I need to factor this new quadratic. I will have x plus 4 and x minus 1, which will give me the plus 3 that I need. 4 and a negative 1 gives me the positive 3. And then on the bottom, I continue to have this. Now we'll use our skills from last time when we learned to simplify. And I see an x minus 1 in each of these. Don't forget to highlight this. We need to take care of it as a value that we will not be able to use. So x plus 4 over 2 times x minus 3. And then we need to say that our excluded value is that x cannot equal 1 because x minus 1 can't equal 0.